Stormwater runoff. That's the stuff that washes into storm drains, streams, and rivers during a big rain event. Is one of the biggest sources of water pollution. There are several ways to reduce its impact, and one of them is adding a rain barrel. The DEP's Liz McCown joins us now with that story.
Jake, every year the DEP joins forces with the cities and watershed groups to host a series of workshops to show folks how easy and beneficial it is to install a rain barrel on their property. When it rains, it pours, and when it pours, you have stormwater runoff. Stormwater runoff is especially a problem in built-up areas with lots of impermeable surfaces, like roofs, streets, and parking lots, and that's where rain barrels come in.
There are multiple advantages to having rain barrels. There are environmental advantages. They help whenever it rains really hard. They help prevent us from having a major flush of all of the trash and the chemicals and stuff that's on our parking lots and on all our pavements from flushing that right into the river. They slow that down. There's also economic advantages. It's free water. It's water that hasn't been treated in any way. So, your vegetable garden and your flower gardens, they like that water better than what comes out of the pipes.
Rain barrels provide a reservoir for the part of the rain that flows off your roof. In a 1-inch rain event, the average house sheds around 700 gallons of water.
Every little bit does help. It's very important. A rain barrel of this size, which is 55 gallons, will fill up in about 8 minutes. That shows you how much rainfall we get in our environment, and just catching a little bit of it can go a long way.
Installing a rain barrel is a pretty easy process. Kits are available at many garden centers and home improvement stores. You can also find them online.
It is relatively easy. We host these workshops where we explain to people how to do it. It takes us about an hour to explain, but you can buy a rain barrel kit. It comes with instructions. All you need is a drill and a very, very little bit of hands-on skill. You buy a barrel, you drill 3 holes in it, and you drill 1 hole in your downspout. And that's the nice thing about the kits that we use, is that they don't require you to change your gutter system. You just plumb right into it.
People love the workshops. We try to make it really fun, we try to make it really casual, and we try to pump a lot of information into people and empower them to be environmental stewards in their own community. So we hope that they take the information that we give them and they go home and talk to their neighbors about it and people at their church or their 4-H group, and try to spread this information so we can get everybody collectively working towards this issue.
Rain barrels are just one way to reduce the impact of stormwater runoff. There's a whole field of what's called green infrastructure, things like rain gardens and permeable pavers. The whole idea is to slow the runoff down so that it has time to be absorbed into the ground. For Environment Matters, I'm Liz McCown.
Thank you, Liz. Here at DEP headquarters in Charleston, one of the ways we help control stormwater runoff from our parking lot is with the rain garden. It's located on the west end of the lot and features native plants that help slow and absorb some of the runoff before it reaches the storm drain. You can find out more by visiting the resources, education, and outreach programs located under the Water and Waste section of our website, dep.wv.gov.